Hi friends, welcome to Stay Stitching. My name is Carla and I am glad you are here. This video is a little bit of an extra bonus video for the extra bonus. I guess that's like extra for the Great Module Sew Along, because I didn't reveal my patterns in that last video. I don't know what I was thinking. I just didn't think it through. And so I'm going to talk to you about patterns that I will be using today. I'm going to put all of the current information in the description box below. Whitney has gotten even more. She has discount codes. We have all kinds of stuff for you to take advantage of during this time. So even if you don't win the prize, one of the prizes, you can still buy patterns at a discount. So I'm going to put those below. And then when I do my formal video on Tuesday, I'll talk a little bit more in detail about those, but I don't have the paper right in front of me and I don't want to make any mistakes on that information. So just check down below for those details. So what I have for you today is two modules that I put together. One I might sew up sometime, and the other is going to be the one that I definitely sew up. So I'm going to start with the one that I might sew up sometime. By the way, have you guys tried this diet frosted lemonade from Chick-fil-A? Now, I'm not eating fast food right now, but every weekend I get one of these, and it's delicious. You really need to stop and try one of these. A guilt-free treat that is this delicious, it's a must-have. I plan to have one once a week for quite some time. So, first module, I picked all the fabric, and I'll probably show you the fabric that I chose, but not this video because that's coming on Tuesday. So my first topper is the Cashmerette Concord t-shirt. Now I made this one time and it was too tight on me, tighter than I like to wear it. I know that a lot of women, especially women who are younger than me, will wear a t-shirt much tighter than I will. I'm just not comfortable with them super tight. And so that one, I don't even know where it is. I'm assuming it went into the ARC box because I wasn't ever going to wear that. So I want to try this again. This is a beautiful curvy shirt. Cashmerette patterns their bust fitting is second to none, probably the best in the industry. And if you liked your t-shirts that close fitting, that t-shirt that I made right out of the packet probably actually fit for people who aren't so phobic about tight clothes like I am. So I highly recommend Cashmerette. I really don't think you can go wrong. And you're supporting, you know, like you are with all of the indie patterns, you're supporting an independent businesswoman. This woman right here is Jenny Rushmore. And she has been kind of the queen of the plus size sewing community by beginning Cashmerette patterns and being a real advocate for patterns that aren't just for your average size or smaller than average size. I think your average size woman is a lot bigger than most patterns used to be drafted for. So the Concord t-shirt would be one of my tops. Another one, this is an old pattern. I'm assuming I thrifted this. I don't see a price tag on it, but it's from 1998, and I definitely didn't buy it in 1998. This is Butterick 5553. I just really like all the varieties of t-shirts in here. And so I don't know which one I would make. I like them all. They're all good. Let me show you the line drawings. One thing that when they say 9 so fast and easy, that's just kind of a big fat lie, because maybe it isn't on this pattern. a lot of these patterns, I think maybe they do have, no, they don't. These two are the same, view A. Now Butterick, let me just tell you, just because you have 9 boxes here doesn't mean that you have 9 views. We can see that A is repeated here, Butterick. We see that. We're not dumb. I don't care that there's only 8 views in here, but don't say 9 if there's only 8. So many patterns do that. I don't get that. That's annoying. This is McCall's 6436. I got this from Craftsy, and they sent it with a very lightweight red and black buffalo plaid. I'm not sure it's a flannel. It is lightweight, and it's drapey, kind of a brushed cotton. I've never had the nerve to sew it up. I've never done a full-on shirt before, so that was in the pile as a possibility. Line drawings. I would make view D to start with, which is the one without any pockets, because, or any weird collar thing like epaulettes or whatever, but it does have the cuffs. I'm trying to see, this blouse does not have a tower placket. It just has that seamed one, that one where you just sew like this. That's pretty easy to do. But still, this would be up there with the more difficult patterns that I've done. I have made another shirt that was really hard, and I wear it. It does get worn. This C&So B6346, I bought this at a fun, small fabric store in Delta, Colorado, and it's just a couple of really basic summer skirts. And I thought that this skirt would look really nice with both the cashmerette Concord tee tucked in or out, or that Butterick pattern in or out. And then the blouse, you could wear that untucked with a belt, or you could tuck it in. If I did that, I would put a belt on top of that elastic waistband of the skirt, because I just wouldn't like that look. I'm not going to tuck something in if it doesn't have a waistband on it. And then this pattern from Style Arc. I have 3 Style Arc patterns that I got from Craftsy. This pattern came with some beautiful drapey French terry that is a dark charcoal gray, which I have not used yet. And I have not made this, but I discovered that you can use French terry, which is what I have for this, velour, soft linen, or cotton. And I was thinking of making these out of linen. That would be a great summer pant. So that seems like a good pattern to me. You can make your loungewear for at home, and you can wear something that I would wear to work. And that would work with all of those tops worn untucked. I would not tuck a top, any of those tops. For me, going out in public in these with a tucked in shirt probably wouldn't be my thing to do. But this might be the first Style Arc pattern that I decide to sew up. I think I can make a pair of drawstring pants. And then the topper that I chose is this McCall's 5932. I bought this pattern sometime in the last year or two. I really like it. I think it's super versatile. And being a teacher, the temperature in our classrooms varies almost to the extreme and throughout the day. You add into that a menopausal woman, and you have someone who really is required to dress in layers in order to look halfway decent throughout the day. So I don't wear like a camisole underneath my sweaters. I wear something that is a full, this is a short sleeve, but I wear full coverage because I need to be able to have all of this on with a scarf if I need it, or the scarf and the sweater off and just the top. And this has so many different views. I just think it's a fantastic cardigan pattern. So yeah, have not made this pattern up, but I really like it. I would make all of those. Okay, now these are the patterns that I'm probably going to use. These are the ones that are going to be the ones that I'm going to make for the Great Module Sew Along. And the first one is going to be the Appleton Top Expansion Pack. I'm going to make the Appleton dress, the Cashmere Appleton dress, and I can't find my envelope, my Cashmere envelope. I don't know what became of it, where it is. So I don't have that to show you today. And if I don't find it, I guess I won't be making that then, will I? But I did print this out, and I really like how they did the ties that, you know, are bigger up here. And I think that's going to be super pretty and really friendly for springtime in Colorado, because the sleeves are fitted enough that it will still fit underneath a cardigan or a denim jacket. But if you needed to wear it by itself, provided you didn't use polyester fabric, it wouldn't be too hot to wear on a warm day. So I have been threatening to make the Cashmere at Appleton top since like my third YouTube video. So it's going to happen. I'm going to do that if I find the pattern. Another pattern that I plan to make, this one was also from Craftsy, and it came with a bunch of Robert Kaufman linen, like I think the cotton, I don't remember if it was the cotton blend linen or the rayon blend linen, one of those two. I love them both. And I'm going to make this, but not out of the gray linen. This pattern is very interesting to me. The fabrics called for are lightweight to midweight lycra blend fabrics with drape, cotton lycra knits, rayon lycra, slinky, I don't know what slinky is, linen, lightweight wovens, wool jersey, silk velvet, and rayon blends. So she really pushes knits with all of her patterns. I think this would be kind of a drag to sew as a knit. I feel like with this much volume, I feel like it might sag. There's those buttons there, and this shows 4 buttons. I would add one more. I think there should be 5 buttons at minimum on that top. I think maybe that's my opinion as just kind of a busty woman. I think 4 buttons is not enough. I would want 5 there. So, but I do like that. And I think with the fabric I'm going to make it out of, this could also work as a topper. In fact, what is it? It's called a shirt to jacket. So this could be either. So that one. Then my third top, this is the Do It Better Yourself or Dibby Patterns Company Rosa top. And it's just beautiful. It's a dress pattern from Dibby, and it has several different sleeves, 2 different necklines, and the top or the dress version to make. And I want to make the top version. The one change that I will make, I think, just by looking at it, is I want to double the size of that belt. I'm just gonna double it. Whatever it is, I'm just gonna make it thicker, because I think that belt looks too like messy like that, all bent over and all of that. I just think for me, I just would want that thicker. So that's a change that I would make to that pattern. For my bottoms, I have the Colette Celine, I think it's Celine. By the way, Colette's printed patterns are on sale for like 60% or more off. And these patterns are beautiful. I have patterns that are, this is kind of the old style, and then there's a newer style that are also beautiful. But this is the old style. I don't know if they still have any of these, but they're beautiful. They have a complete book. Remember, Colette's motto when they first began was patterns that teach. Let me see if I can find that on here anywhere. And so they had these big books that showed you everything you needed to do. And so, and this is a great basic pattern. I'm going to make view version 1, the super simple one. And the kinds of fabrics you can use for this are medium to heavy bottom weight fabrics, such as wool suiting, broadcloth, boiled wool, denim, chino cloth, and other twill fabrics. This is a fully lined skirt. I've never made a lined skirt before. Speaking of which, the patterns that I have chosen for my module, they're a stretch. They're stretch patterns for me. And I'll talk about this more on Tuesday, but I reserve the right, if I run out of time, to exchange any of my patterns for something simpler. So if this turns into, you know, an elastic waist skirt, that's what it turns into, right? But I would really like to have that. I like all these views, but I really, really like this plain one up here. Let's see. My second bottom will be my beloved Allegro pants. I'm going to make these again, either that or the Summer Kai pants, also by Love Notions, which I also love. And I will replace this with, I did this on the skirt that I made, and I like it, but I used Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles. She has a yoga waistband tutorial, which I have mentioned before the last time I talked about this pattern. And I used it, and it is lovely. So next, I didn't put my pockets in on those pants, and I am going to put the pockets in on my next pair of pants. But I will use Karina's yoga waistband because it's just so comfortable, you guys. And it just feels fantastic, and it's easier and less time consuming, and it takes less materials. I just really love that waistband. And since I'm not tucking things into this, I think that's what I'm going to use. And then my topper, this is Butterick 3595. And I bought this pattern at a thrift store, and I have been madly in love with it ever since. I want to make all of the views. I have checked out this pattern on Pattern Review, and it has really good reviews. I think that they said that it comes up big, which, hello, big 4. That's everybody says that, so that's believable. And they have done, so many of the gals have done interesting things with the buttons, all different things. And one gal used a zipper instead, which I think is a great idea. And I really like the somewhat classic view here. That might be the first one that I make. But that would be my topper for my module. Now, this is not only a denim style jacket with, of course, a lot of top stitching, which takes extra time, but it's also lined. So again, if I run out of time, I want this to be a stress-free and fun challenge for all of us, myself included. So if I get to feeling a little shaky about, you know, meeting the time schedule for this, I will happily swap it out with something that takes a quarter of the time, and I will feel no guilt whatsoever, just like none of us should feel guilt about any of this. So that's my my probable, the second one that I showed you, is what I'm hoping for, but there's a lot of time-consuming patterns in there. And then the other one is just one that I pulled together. On Tuesday, I'm going to show you the fabric for both of those so that you can see how I took patterns, put them together with silhouettes that I thought would look nice together, and then went to my stash and got fabric that also coordinated and go well together. I think some people might choose their fabric first. I'm a pattern first person. It doesn't matter. You can do it however you want. So that's all I had to share with you today. I just wanted to add that on. My last video was so incredibly long, and I didn't even show you my patterns. So that's what I'm working on. I continue to enjoy immensely watching all of the handiwork that you are pouring out on Instagram. I love seeing the pictures of your fabric. I love seeing the pictures of your patterns. I love seeing the already completed garments. You guys are making this the most fun for Whitney and I, and we are so grateful for you. Thank you so much. You have a fantastic day.